So David Bakhtiari just spoke with Packers reporters, and he shared that he is out for the rest of the season. So his knee injury and the issues with the knee ACL tear he suffered a couple years back is continuing to plague him to this day. And now the Packers will be without David Bakhtiari as their starting left tackle for the remainder of the season, which is just very sad. A sad situation ever since Bakhtiari suffered that injury. He's consistently had issues with it, and it continues right now. And so I want to read here from Tom Silverstein some information regarding what Bakhtiari said to the reporters. So here from Silverstein, Packers left tackle David Bakhtiari just addressed reporters on his medical condition. The takeaways: needs one more surgery and is out for season. Doctors are confident it's a cartilage issue that they suspected was there but couldn't prove it was the issue. Hopes to be ready by camp. Don't read into why it took so long to settle on the current condition. It's complicated, and doing the procedure he will have would not have been smart if they weren't sure it was the cause. Other factors were at play, and there were times he was able to function. Every time he thought he had it in a good place, the fluid and pain would come back. He said he fully expects to play next year, but said he doesn't know what the Packers plan to do. Said it would be addressed later. Surgery will be performed by Brian Cole in Chicago. And then ESPN's Rob Demovsky said, Bakhtiari said the hope is that he can be back by the start of training camp next year. He's fully aware of the business side of this and that the Packers could move on. But he said he's had open and honest talks with GM Brian Gutekunst. And so looking at the future for Bakhtiari, now that he is out the rest of the year, he hopes to be back by training camp. There's already going to be a tough decision for the Packers to make, just because currently, as it sits for 2024, David Bakhtiari would have a $40 million cap hit, which is just crazy. It's a crazy amount of money there on the cap. And so there was already an idea that the Packers could potentially have to part ways, because if they do decide to release Bakhtiari, they save around $20 million against the salary cap. So there would still be about a $20 million dead cap hit against the cap in 2024, even if he doesn't play. But in my opinion, considering he's continuing to deal with these injuries, I would not be shocked to see the Packers release him this offseason and save around $20 million, and then probably use a draft pick on a future left tackle to come in here next season. And so right now, if we look at the Packers tackle situation with Bakhtiari no longer there, and when he was playing, he was still one of the best tackles in the game. Played really well in week 1 against Chicago. Rasheed Walker has been filling in. He's been pretty good, but I still think that we need to see what happens as time goes by. The Packers do have Caleb Jones, who they could decide to try at left tackle in the future. They, of course, have Josh Nijman, who can play tackle, Zach Tom, who's currently playing right tackle. So there are a few different options at left tackle, and we'll need to see sort of how it plays out the next few weeks. But sad information for Bakhtiari. It has to be tough for him, going through all this, because he continues to want to play and hasn't given up, and his knee just hasn't been cooperating, which is very unfortunate. But that is the news for now. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe.